Freedom palettes are probably one of the most convenient things in the beauty world to have. They're basically just palettes that you can put any product in, any size, any shape. It does not matter. It's just a magnetic sheet on the backing and you can make whatever you want. And a lot of brands have palettes like these, but I'm going to show you how to make one using products from the dollar store. So it's really inexpensive. It looks just like one of those Freedom Z palettes and it's amazing. So here's what you need to get this project done. The first thing is an X-Acto knife. You're also going to need something to write with, either marker or pen. Some duct tape. I'm using black and zebra print because I like them. A ruler, a book, a really inexpensive book. Mine's $1.50. I purchased it at the dollar store. Some sheet magnet, as well as some acetate or clear plastic. A cutting mat and a foam core board, which makes the screen white. My apologies. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do is take your book, and like I said, mine was only $1.50 from the dollar store. Yes, more than $1 at the dollar store. That's unfortunately how they do things up in her. Okay, so I just cut out all the pages of this book, all the way down to the spine, because you don't need any of the paper at all. And I found the easiest way was to get a few pages out, and then I could, get into the spine and then just cut it out completely. Yeah, so I found that to be really useful. And you don't have to use an X-Acto knife, but I think scissors would be extremely difficult in this case. So I definitely recommend using some sort of X-Acto. That's my personal thought and opinion. And then I just saved the pages for later for a different project that I'm going to be working on. Then I took my ruler and my marker and I just measured out a rectangle at the top, which is going to be the see-through part of your palette where the acetate goes, obviously, so you can see your product. Now this can be whatever size you want. Mine's about 1 inch thick on all 4 sides, and then the back side looks bigger because it connects to the spine of the book, but it's not. It's only 1 inch. I measured. Okay, and then take your X-Acto knife and cut that out, and you have to go over each cut 3 or 4 times because it's really thick, but it does work. Here you can see me just measuring all over again because I just want to make sure it's perfect. And then also I measured the length and width, or height and width, whatever, of the book. And then I cut out some pieces of my foam core to be the 4 edges that are going to sit at the bottom section, kind of holding the products in and the magnets and creating a barrier. And I wanted to make sure that each one is like 1/4 of an inch smaller than the original cut seams at the top, just so they don't show it all. And then I took my plastic acetate page and I just cut it out so that it would fit in the top of the palette and not be overhanging or anything. So if it's good, then I moved on to cutting my magnet and I cut it to fit in the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfectly sized and go all the way to the edges because your products aren't going to go all the way to the edges, but it still has to obviously fit on the page. Okay, so then you want to cover everything in duct tape. I'm including those little foam bars that you had cut out earlier that are going to go in the bottom to kind of create the edging around, your Z palette. And then cover everything. I found it's easiest if you cover the top part first before adding the acetate, but then just add it and tape it in as you would anything else, as if you're just randomly taping it, so you don't have to worry about how that is difficult or anything. So yeah, I just kept going and making sure that I still liked how it looked. At this point it is all black because I couldn't decide yet if I wanted any zebra print. I kind of at first wanted it to just be black, but then I decided afterwards I didn't. Okay, then I took the foam bars that I made and I just attached them by taping around the top of them, the sides, and across the bottom of the palette. And I did that on all 3 of the external sides, and then I did that also on the top side that has a seam on the inside. And there you go, I was done. So you can just add whatever you want, eyeshadows, blushes, whatever floats your boat, and take it with you, bronzers. So I really like mine. I did decide, however, that I wanted a flap, or I wanted my flap to be sealed shut. So I did actually use a closing mechanism, and what I did was I cut a piece of ribbon and I attached 2 pieces of Velcro to the ends of it, and then on the back side I just taped it over so it was sealed in place so that you couldn't see the difference and it looked really professional. But you don't need to use that. It will close without it. I just liked how that looked. So I hope you guys give it a try. Let me know if yours turns out well. Also, I have 2 other ways of making Z palettes or Freedom Style palettes that if you guys want to see videos on those, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you're interested in that, and I'll try to do them for you as soon as possible. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye!